How's it going, everyone? How are you? You good? I'm good. It's almost time for Backlash. Hopefully everyone's having a good day. I'm having a good day so far. So good. Got me a couple of yummy little treats and went and bought myself a guitar strap that is super comfortable as opposed to the torture device that I've been streaming with the last couple of streams. And I'm giving Swamp Thing here a little bit of stream love, as it were, today. This is Swamp Thing is in yet another pickup configuration here. If there ever was great tone, can we just hold on a second here? Tone break. I didn't think I brought it back that far, but I'm down with the build-up. Here it comes. Oh, hell yeah. Wow, that sounds amazing. So good. But that's not the tones necessarily we're going to be after today, although I do have Swamp Thing tuned down. Hey, Kyle, what's up? What's going on? Kyle, good to see you. I wasn't sure what we were going to see today. We're just going to be testing this thing out. This is the brand new plugin. A brand new plugin rather from MIxwave. Very excited about that. Hopefully you guys are as well. I don't know anything about it. Let's go learn about this plugin, shall we? Let's do that. MIxwave. Oh, I don't want to go to downloads. Just want to go to MIxwave. All right. Benson Monarch collection. If you're a fan of their previous... Oops, forgot a light. Whoa. All right, sorry, guys. If you're a fan of the original... there's kind of an original plugin collection from... The original collaboration between a partnership between Benson and MIxwave was the Chimera. And if you're a fan of this channel even a little while now, you'll know that it's one of my favorite plugins, maybe ever. This plugin. I gotta. Sorry, folks. Give myself a little more room here. I got a strap. It's from Neo Straps. It's actually quite comfortable. It's got this nifty padded portion to it and everything. It feels really nice in comparison to the strap I've been wearing. So, anyways, this is the second installment in this partnership, collaboration, etc. between Benson and MIxwave. The first one, the Chimera, was amazing. This one, I don't foresee being anything except for that. Let's learn more. $129.99 is for the collection. This is awesome because the original collection, it's originally okay. This is the intro price is at $129. You might be thinking, well, that's so expensive. The other suites are like $130 or so one. That's like the whole other suites are, around $129 as the full price. Why is $179 kind of important? Well, because what they've done here is gone the extra mile, and they've once again, like they did with the Chimera collection, they're giving you the entire collection in standalone plugins as well, which is so sick that you get to use these components. When you buy the collection, you get to use the components. With whatever you want. I think that's a super smart way to go. Although I might have done it in a different way myself. I might have just gone all of the pedals in one plugin, and you can switch between them inside the one plugin, thus saving on updates. And if you want to load 3 instances of the plugin, so be it. But it's still just one plugin that has all the things. Just saves you time later with the updates. Listen, software updates, especially for Mac, can kill software companies. And like, not by what I mean, not kill a software company, but like, there's a lot of updating to do when Mac decides that they're going to drop an update. So anyways, long story long, this looks to be, so this is the foundation of Benson's sound. Okay, hang on a second. The Florist, the Germanium Boost, the preamp, the Germanium, the Tallbird. Now we get to the Monarch. Cool. At the center of the collection is the Benson Monarch reverb. Its tone moves effortlessly from full euphonic tones into aggressive, harmonically rich overdrive with a response that feels immediate and alive. I like that. A bit of word salad in there, but I like it. A minimal, if you're wondering what I mean by word salad, sometimes they're just buzz and hype, and there's certain terms that just sound really great when it comes to marketing. And whoever wrote this, presumably not AI, this person is describing the gear really nice. Minimal signal path and highly reactive circuit design. So that basically what they're saying is that it's gonna respond differently to different pickups, different players, different amounts of everything. So, and the pedals you put out front as well. That's pretty cool. Now it gives you the option to go between what's included. Cool. And so a couple of these are recycled from the last Benson suite. The boost, the preamp, the fuzz, and the Tallbird are all from the Chimera collection. So the things you're getting new would be the Benson Delay and the Benson Florist. I would be head over heels if they made these available for the Chimera. The Chimera sim. So maybe like if you own this one, it'll let you, somehow they'll appear in there. That'd be a really cool idea. All right, take the Monarch anywhere. Okay, so, and it's also gives you the option between American and UK tube sounds. Very, very cool. Let's get to messing around and playing. I'm not even going to get into presets just yet. We're just going to play a little guitar. Just before we get into it, though, this is Swamp Thing here is this is an all parts neck. A bunch of random tuners, not even sure. I think some of them are Grover. The body was literally had been thrown away and discarded, and I asked a friend if I could just have it, and it's been through a hell and back. It's got holes all over it and stuff, and so be it. Pickups, I have a Gibson Classic 57 in the neck, and in the bridge I have a noiseless Telecaster, Seymour Duncan Telecaster pickup of some type. I'm actually not completely sure which one it is. I know, bad person. Sounded pretty good so far. Why does it take all the low end away? Still though, both really nice. I don't like when you know, I have to dime something, but actually it sounds really good. It sounds really good. The tone knob is it's flexible. Now, if you've never seen a MIxwave cabinet section before, you might want to be sitting down. If you're not a fan of overly complex signal chains, this is where you'll probably want to just hit this button and go beep and get rid of it. Or can you remove it all? No, you can't. Just right click or double click. Yeah, right click or double click and you've disabled it, whatever. Cool thing about these is MIxwave plugins is you can actually move the things around as well. You can move the signal chain kind of however you want, whether it makes sense in an analog way or not. You can kind of do it. I would still be careful, you know, kind of like if you don't know how a signal chain works, make sure, you know, you do your due diligence and Google it or ask AI or whatever else. Where do I need to put what in the signal chain? What are the benefits? Some things can be placed in multiple different parts in the chain. Some are best left in, you know, the standard areas. Wow, we are slow as shit today. Say hi, everybody. Don't worry, I won't bite. My name is Tyler. This is the Amp Sim Show, and we are checking out the brand new MIxwave Monarch Reverb Amp Sim and collection. In this collection, we have the Germanium Boost. That is a favorite of mine. We have the Benson preamp. Again, fantastic. I'm going to turn this down just a pinch. I feel like I'm shouting over it at the moment. We also have a chorus. This is new. This is the Forest Dynamic Modulator. I know nothing about this. It's going to be fun though. So let's get this kicked in right away and have some fun. That ain't no chorus. I haven't heard. Hold on. This is a weird pedal, folks. If you have some way you'd like me to set this up, I really should have taken a minute to explore this one, but I have not, obviously. So it's going to take me a little while to get used to this one. This is definitely an odd bird. One pedal I wish they had made, we'll call it forward compatible, is their, I think it's a JHS slap boost. It would have been really cool. In fact, but how sick would it be if whether it was the Milkman Creamer, the Benson, I realize there are royalties and licensing and stuff that kind of interferes, but it'd be really cool if you could somehow, as long as you own these other collections, all of these pedals could be available in the top. That would be amazing. See, but that is possible still, because if you own those suites, you can just do that in your own signal chain in your DAW. It's really no problem, because as I said, they give you the whole collection. And if I click this right here and I just go Benson to Belson to Delson Wilson, we've got the Chimera, the delay. Interesting. Oh, I only typed in Benson. Hold on. MIxwave. Derp. Okay, that's a bit better. Don't forget, there's also that JHS collection that would be awfully cool if you could use those directly inside like these suites. But once again, if I want, I can make any chain that I would like to make. And don't forget, MIxwave also has the Tweed, the 2-Rock Bloomfield drive. Now, the 2-Rock Bloomfield, that's a weird one for me, because all they have out front is like a modern tube screamer, and really it could so benefit from having some more things out front of that one. It looks so barren when they use a whole panel for one pedal. We've all seen it. It happened, I think Neural DSP also did it with the Earthquaker devices plumes. They did that, and they had the one panel with the granifier. It just looks weird. Can we agree that that looks a little odd when companies do that? Let me know. All right. So I'm not saying I'm not a fan of this chorus. I don't know what you are. So we're just going to give you a minute. I'm just going to go through some more standard type sounds. Let's listen to without. Now let's engage this boost. I'm noticing that is too close. Oh, too close. I'm gonna back it off a little bit here. See how that sounds now? Sounds kind of nice. What do you guys, how are you guys feeling about this tone? Do you like it? Do you not like it? How's it sounding? Let me know. Do let me know, guys. Interact with me a little bit here. It's a tough day out here if we're not interacting. And we've got a long way to go because there's a lot to be showcased in here. We're going to get to that cabinet section I was talking about in a second. So this is the germanium boost. Really like this boost a lot. I liked it with the Chimera as well. And what I really like doing with this is putting it out in front of this fuzz here. And, excuse me, creating a little havoc. Giving it a little bite on the way into the fuzz. Little out. We're getting there. We're getting there. 6 people in the house. Kyle, are you still around? Anyhow, having a great time. Regardless, we're having a good time. We're just kind of going to go over this whole MIxwave Monarch collection. However long that takes us, that's how long we're going to be here today. And this strap is working out like incredibly well. I'm loving this strap already. Fantastic. How's it going, Ton? Nice to see you as well, by the way. Didn't mean to exclude you there, sir. Man, this sounds delicious. If you're out there interested in like the Queens of the Stone Age type tones, this is going to be your bag 100%. But I also feel like this without the dirt pedals is going to be able to do perfect country and perfect folk and all types of different genres, right down to even things like maybe even shoegaze, to be honest. This is going to be just fine for you. Now, let's get to that cabinet section because there's a lot to unpack here. You get 2 cabinets, looks to be 12-inch speakers, and you will get, it looks like it's just one and... Yeah, it's just one. Hold on. Yeah, it's just one and... Wait, 1 and 2? 3 we're going to turn off. 4 we're going to turn off. Wait, that's on. No, Okay, I understand now where we're at. Okay, so if you like microphones, and we've been over this many times before, but if you like microphones like many people do, you're going to get every microphone that you've ever even heard of in this. This is one of the most advanced and most ridiculous, in a good way, ridiculously overpacked cabinet sections maybe ever. They are very meticulous about their cabinets, very picky about their cabinet sections, and I get the feeling somebody spends a shitload of time. And we've been through that before as well, because if you notice, each one of these microphones right here, you need to shoot a certain amount of IRs for this matrix. You notice this microphone here. See how it's moving? You see how it moves all this whole direction, this whole cube, not up or down, but just in and out in what's like almost like we'll call it a 10 frame 100. Okay. And inside that 10 frame 100, there's, but not obviously, maybe not 100 IRs, but there's going to be a selection of IRs shot in here. And then they have, so it was for every one of these mics and both of these cabinets, somebody had to go and shoot all this. And this is not easy stuff to do. So it's nice that they've included two different mics, one that I like very much. I really, really like these cabinet sections. They don't screw around at all. They're super, super helpful. Let's listen to what this one sounds like. Sounds delicious. Sounds fantastical. It's awesome. I'm very excited about this. Why is this level so low, though? Watch your ears, folks. All right. Yeah, thanks, Ton. I appreciate it. It does sound really good. And you know, you might be noticing that I'm also... Wait a minute. The vibe is up at 10. Interesting. What's the vibe? Hell yeah, brothers. This sounds really nice. The Monarch is awesome. It's really cool. Super interested in everything that Benson and MIxwave are going to do together. You might be noticing, as I said, I'm just testing this right out of just nowhere. I'm just testing. I'm testing it out of nowhere. I have not. I don't usually do like first tests in a stream, because if I don't like it, it's super awkward. And we've had those moments where I went into it with confidence and was like, "Oh my god, I don't like it." Generally, I don't like to test anything in stream if I've tested it beforehand and I don't like it, or if the team really hates it, or if we just really don't like it, it doesn't come on here. Simple. But MIxwave has created that trust through several products in the past, through being really, really very nice people, super supportive in everything that we've been doing since they've started existing. Really, their very first plugin to current. We've been hecka supportive and promoted, wonderfully willing to promote all the stuff they do that we like. And I won't lie, there's a couple plugins with MIxwave that I'm not a huge fan of, but that's okay, because guess what? We all have different needs, different ears, and we're all different people, different styles of players with different brains. So it's tuned in C sharp, and it's sounding rather nice, if I might, if I can say so myself, rather. Let's turn off the fuzz and go back to just the amp and cab. A little bit, again, a little bit out because I've been beating on it a little bit. And this guitar is not the most reliable. I'm planning on getting a new body for this neck, probably sometime really soon, because you can get Telecaster bodies all over the place for not a lot. I'm going to look for... The idea was finding like a snake bite body, but then I think the snake bite Telecasters aren't really... The bodies aren't really routed out for... And the necks are different too. Eventually, I'd like to get a... if you don't know what that is, by the way, the snake bite Telecaster is super cool looking guitar. Or style of guitar. Snake bite... bite... Telecaster. They look like this. They've got a double 4 and 4. Double. It's got a 3 and 3 on the end instead of your standard Telecaster. So instead of your standard Telecaster headstock, it's also got just a 1 pickup. So I wouldn't be able to do a neck pickup, but I really, really want to do one of these. I say that, and I really want to do one. And it's got the cool pickguard and this really unique. This is all the control plate is. If you notice, we can get closer up somehow. Let's go to the screen. You notice this little tiny ass control plate here. That's one of the most unique things about this guitar. I really want to do one. So I think maybe even after the stream, I try to figure out how I could put one together. I know there are tons of parts for them on Reverb and eBay, and they were very, very cheap and affordable. Although not all the snake bites look the same. There's also this style of snake bite where the 2 knobs come straight through the body, and then the route is actually cut out of the back, which is super rare for a Telecaster. These look so cool. So cool. I've wanted to do one for a really long time, but I've just never done it. So I think maybe now is the time. Maybe. Who knows? Like I need another guitar here. Excuse me. Boogers all over the place. All right. Let's keep playing some guitar. Just kind of showing you guys what I'm looking at, what I'm thinking about here. But I'm going to replace the body for this guitar, and or maybe I won't. Maybe it's just the story. Maybe it'll the neck and the body just need each other. You know, they were both abandoned. I got them from the same human being who was just kind of trying to learn how to make Telecaster bodies and did a pretty good job with many of them. Again, I can't keep it in tune though. The tuners are not the best. Dead air. Tell me about your day. What are you guys up to? What have you been doing so far? The wife and I we took a walk downtown, got ourselves some Munchables. I ate something called a pierogi bun. It was this kind of pastry where they packed it full of pierogi stuff. It was awesome. And we had these like sweet treats. And then we came home. There we are. Okay. So let's go back to the cab for a second. It's sounding pretty nice. Wait a minute, this whole time I think I've deceived myself. Yes, this entire time I've been deceiving myself. This is what's confusing about this for me. All right, here we go. That sounds incredible. Holy shit. The cabinet section is a lot, though, so you really need to take the time. I've used a whole bunch of them already, and I just sat there making mistakes through that entire portion. All I need to do is throw a compressor into the mix for a sec, and we can twang our way to heaven. Whoa! Wow, it really doesn't want to stay in tune today. Interesting. I'm kind of T-riding this guitar right now, by the way, which isn't really the way I wanted to go with this, but it is what it is for now. This might be one of the nicer middle positions I've ever found, actually. This is such a strange pickup combination to be doubling up. But we doubled them up and they sound pretty good. Now let's hit that fuzz. Guess I'm playing the most popular Kaya's riff. Give me a break. That's a really nice delay, folks. That's a fun delay. Super fun delay. You hear it swirling in the background there. That's really cool. Very different kind of delay. Not all delays are made the same, certainly. Also, you can change various things about this delay, like what seems to be the wave shape. And what I'm assuming is the timing? Let's find out here. Interesting. I hear a little wobble there. Yeah. Cool. Very cool delay. This is 100%. Like this should be in the other plugins. Boy, oh boy, we are having this maybe one of the slower days. Although there was one day it was just like Ronnie and I just hanging out and talking. It's just like the two of us. Like, hey, what's going on, dude? But thank you for being here today, folks. Appreciate you. Going to be here for, I don't know, for a little bit. We're going to kind of go through this a little bit further and just kind of get some tones out of it. I'm just kind of jamming on it for the, I was really, really hoping to have the, this Heavy Earth beta for today, but it is not going to be ready. It might be ready tomorrow though. So if it is, be ready for that. Really like this amp though. It's such a nice platform for drives too. If that edge, a nice edge of break up there, let's give it a tiny bit more. The teeth. The other thing you can do with it, if we clean it up a little bit here. Nice surf tones right here. And that's one thing that they may be underrated as one of the best developers in the game with surf tones. Milkman Creamer, Chimera, and the Benson Monarch Reverb, all fantastic for surf tones and country tones. I don't see enough surf or country players using it. So it'll be another one of the genres we're going to tackle over on Void Riff Codec, trying to conquer the final frontiers. If you have not seen that show, it's going to be a new show, probably just going to stay on this channel. But the effort will be kind of the same but separate. So yeah, and it's going to be mostly devoted to like Doom, Doom, Stoner Rock, Drone, surf rock, southern rock, and all the other genres that have yet to really show interest in plugins and be able to cross that bridge to the digital realm. Because in a lot of these genres, it's sort of this weird thing where people are like, oh, well, it's no digital bad. It's analog only if you want to be elite. It's not elite. You know who's elite? The guy that can sit at 2 o'clock in the morning and write with headphones and tons of fuzz or authentic tones with headphones at 2 in the morning without waking anybody up, and be able to write a great song for his or her or their band for rehearsal the very next day, or being able to practice and stay practiced without needing the analog gear. Again, one of the things we like to push here a lot is that you absolutely can be the most analog loyal person on the planet and still accommodate a few digital solutions in order to stay creative, stay productive, stay rehearsed, stay practiced, all sorts of different things that where the digital really comes in handy. That it just, when analog equipment either cannot be used or it's extremely inconvenient to use it, this is what these plugins are for. And you just put on a set of headphones, you have a simple interface, a simple computer, and you're giving her, you're playing. Get a simple DAW like, for example, Reaper here, or many plugins these days, many plugin developers actually have a good association or of some sort with a DAW developer. And those can be out there as well, where they have those kind of deals. You buy one, you get a deal on the other. That does happen, but Reaper is free to start with. Then you'll want to buy a personal license for, I think it's like $60. And it's still going to be one of the cheapest DAW you ever purchased. And it's just an amazing DAW to begin with. All you need is a few things, a handful of things, and you can be giving her with digital stuff in a heartbeat. So sounds fantastic to me. Don't know about you guys, but to me, it's sounding pretty darn impressive. So I can turn this reverb down if I want, and then I'm going to use the tall bird out front instead. So we want and this is the Tallbird all-tube reverb that you get with both this collection and the Chimera collection. This thing is awesome at creating some really interesting soundscapes. And I just really need, the only pedal in this collection I really need to wrap my mind around is this one here. Yeah, man, the arm vibrato is essential with Telecaster, dude. You have to. It's so addicting too once you learn how to use it, and like you're not pushing to fold your guitar in half, right? I love it. You're like, dude, just get a bender. I don't want to be bender. They're weird. I don't understand them. That's the last thing I need is more moving parts in a guitar, you know? But it is cool. I like B-benders are cool, but they're actually quite touchy. They're actually kind of touchy. If like you bump them, you could be like, if you're performing and you get a little crazy and you're like, and you're just, you know, like that D, that B, but there's also there's a B bender and I think there's a G bender now. I don't know. That is one of the hardest things in country music to do in chicken picking. The technique here is you're on the second fret and the second fret. So you're a second fret on the D and the B string and the rest. And you're going to bend behind the nut on the G. And I can't do it anymore. Oh my God, that hurts. Ow. I saw it in a video and it looked so easy when Johnny Highland did it. And then I went to try to do it and I was like, ow! Like what the fuck? I have good calluses too and it still hurts like shit. So you go ahead and give it a shot though if you'd like. But it's like sort of meant to be kind of like a B. There are B bender bending tricks that where you can kind of trick the listener to think you almost have a B bender in some cases. But gosh dang, they sound cool. If you don't know what one of those is, let's go through it for fun and for shits and giggles. Telecaster B bender. Images. Here we are. Perfect. So here's the contraption inside your guitar right here. It's attached to the strat button. And you notice it goes all the way through here and all the way through here. And it attaches to the B string, or in some cases, I think there is a G bender as well. So in order to bend the G, they'll be just playing like dan 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 a little dan dan, and then you'll see once in a while Brad Paisley does it. A lot of the Western players do it. They'll just kind of pull it. You'll see them pull down like this, and it's such an interesting thing that exists. You'll see them pull up and down. You'll hear that bow, 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 and that's meant to be kind of like that. So you essentially just hold it here. And then you would just do, and it would just do it for you. That's the coolest thing about it. Do I want one? Absolutely not. I don't want that contraption in my guitar. I'm out here talking shit on how clumsy big Bigsby's are, but then there's this thing. That's crazy. Are they going to show that there's this guy, Clarence something or other, who has like the world's first bender, and his guitar is a hideous monstrosity. Where is it? There it is. I knew I'd find a picture of it. There it is right there. This is, what do they call it? The Clarence White Telecaster, now in the possession of Marty Stewart. This, look at this fucking thing. That thing is just insane. That's madness. That is just pure madness that's going on inside your guitar. But what he's done here is he hasn't chiseled out anything into the guitar like you see in these other ones. There's a significant route for those other ones. This one doesn't have a route. It has a whole other fucking top on it, it looks like. Or it's routed plus a top. I don't know. It looks extra thick. That thing must weigh 407 pounds. That's kind of what we do here. We get a little off topic, but it's learning at the same time, right? Am I right? Am I wrong? No, I'm wrong. All right. So yeah, I don't know what this is or how to utilize it to make interesting sounds. So maybe we try to figure that out. I really don't know. So if you guys have something for me on this one, let me know. No, that's too weird for me, man. I don't know what it's supposed to do, but that is going to be a pass for me. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm saying it's not for me. That's okay, because you might be listening to this and go, dude, you're doing it all wrong. I'm just... And this might be the greatest thing since sliced bread for you. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. Sliced bread's pretty awesome. Wow. We are Slowski today. Wayne Slowski, and that's okay. Is it the mustache? I chased everybody away. It's the mustache. I think it's the mustache. If there's a particular mic in here you'd like to hear, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of keep on chilling with what we've got here. I don't know what the vibe is. Contour, and you have contour and focus. Let's see what those do. Focus is pretty cool on a little bit, and contour seems cool on a lot. I'm gonna lift this up a tiny bit more. All right, folks. How long have we been here today? How long have we been here on this fine day? We're going to cut it at about 60 minutes today, it would seem. And yeah, if for some reason today I do get that beta, I'm going to probably hop back on here. So what do I think of this? Again, I'm going to give this a fantastic score. Just from like my first impression score, fantastic. This has got to be like a 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10 kind of plugin. I've just gotten so used to MIxwave bringing the absolute banger after banger. And it's rad. This particular pedal here, the Benson preamp, sounds great. If you want to just turn the amp off and just go straight into the cab, by the way, you can do that. Let's do that and see what that sounds like. So you kind of get 2 amps in here. Yeah, it sounds great in front of this as well. If we turn this on. You can almost make it metal. Wait, I'm not going to say. Does it chug? Yeah, it does. Just kidding. It does chug, though. Maybe a little bit. So, yeah, you can do that, but I would suggest... I actually kind of like just playing around with the germanium boost and the Benson preamp. Sounds good, doesn't it? Mr. Recto, by the way, I apologize. I didn't say hello. Yeah, so that's one of my favorite things to do with the Benson stuff is just unhook the amp completely and just play with the Benson preamp through the cab section. You can do that with the Chimera as well. It's a different cab section and it sounds completely different, in fact. And you should check that out. If you have not tried there's anything from MIxwave, remember, it is iLock, but with iLock, you get that 14-day free unrestricted trial. Beautifulness. Beautifulness? I'm going to take it. Beauty. We're going to make up our own word. You get that, though. That's the thing you can get with it. So it's just awesome. You can try. It's so great when you can have it. I know I don't really like iLock, and there really are only a couple of developers that have yet to kind of make their own way of doing the timed free trial. But it is a lengthy endeavor, and it does take a lot. It does take a lot of time and resources and planning and development to make your own in-house licensing system that allows for free trials. It's not simple, and especially if you're trying to, remember, we're still trying to protect technology against the YAR. But the thing is, they're always going to keep trying, and that's the other good thing about the in-house licensing and security is that these companies can kind of continuously redesign how they do things so that it keeps the pirates, it keeps them kind of working. With iLock, it just taxes developers so much to use iLock. It's so costly. There's even there used to be, I'm not sure if there still is, but there used to be a fee for even a developer wanting to send something like an NFR to a creator to make something with or whatever. It actually cost money back a ways. I'm not sure if it still does. But remember, iLock also takes they cost so much to use. That's another reason developers are getting away from them. But that being said, if you do rather have an iLock account, you hate iLock. That's okay though. I don't imagine it'll be long before Neural DSP and MIxwave and the remaining companies get away from iLock as well. But it's entirely possible they stick with it as well, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. Sometimes just paying a bunch of money helps to keep things out of sight, out of mind, and know that somebody experienced and talented is taking care of the security of your products. That's nice too. But my point is here, you're going to want to make sure you go over to MIxwave and check out everything they have to offer. In this particular situation, you can check out you get to check out the amp and all the pedals. Don't forget, you can crack open those pedals and throw them in front of any amp you'd like. So if you're really liking, one thing I've done several times, I've taken this Benson preamp plugin and just thrown it out front of an impulse response loader and just gone to town. And you can do that too if you grab either this collection or the Chimera collection. You'll also get the Tallbird reverb. And then in this suite alone, you get the delay, which is really cool. I've not played with it nearly enough. Now that I know this exists, I'm glad that I have it in standalone form, because I think I'm going to want to try this on a mix with something else that might not be the Monarch, right? So it's nice to have that option. That's why the MIxwave plugins are a bit more expensive than your standard suite. And if Neural DSP or STL Tones or a number of these other companies were offering pedal plugins for the effects that are inside, boy oh boy, their plugins would also go up in price. But that's one thing I've always thought Neural DSP should do, is especially with their archetypes, is with that one, in almost all of the archetypes, they have that one special feature, whether it's in the vocoder or not the vocoder, but they've got all kinds of weird cool effects in almost, there's like one in every archetype. How cool would it be if with the archetypes they released just one plugin extra, and that was just for that component, for people that wanted to use it in a DAW, in a signal chain with their own stuff? That would be pretty cool, because there's a lot of those really cool plugins, components inside those archetypes that are now locked inside. And in this, they've not locked them inside. They've let them free, and you can do that, and you can use them and just have a lot of fun with them. So that being said, love this collection, just like I've loved almost everything else that they've done over at MIxwave. Check it out ASAP. You know the kind of tones we're after here with this one. You're not going to be going after modern metal and gent. You're going to be going after probably everything from country to surf, to stoner rock, to doom, to all kinds of different things that you can do with this, depending on the guitar you're holding in your hand. I anxiously await some of you folks giving me some feedback of what you think about this, maybe our next stream. So I'm going to get out of here for now, folks. Thank you so much for being here for a shorty. I appreciate you. And if, like I said, if as soon as I get my hands on that new beta for the Flesh Rot Suite, I'm going to be fired up to get in here and get some stuff done. So what are you guys thinking? Do you guys, before I get going, do you guys like the standing streams? Do you prefer the sitting streams? Mostly, I think I prefer the standing streams so far. It just helps me keep moving and everything else. It helps my back feel better, and it gives me a lot more energy for these things. So that being said, I think you're going to be seeing a mostly standing streams to come. Okay, you know, maybe the odd time I'll sit down, but I'm really enjoying this format. Hopefully you guys are as well. And I will be seeing you guys next time. In the meantime, please do check out everything MIxwave has to offer. And thank you to Dave Dunshire over at MIxwave, as well as Ernie and all the other wonderful people at MIxwave that have treated me and the team here with the utmost respect since day one. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being so supportive. And thank you to you guys for watching this, whether it be now or after the fact. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Please do like and subscribe if we've entertained you today. If we haven't, guess we better try harder. All right, folks, see you guys next time.